Hi, it's Chris. If you need to buy some boat parts, I've got a little trick for you which might be able to help you save a few $100s in a few minutes. Everyone's heard the phrase, boat equals break out another 1,000. It doesn't have to be like that. If you're a little bit savvy about the way you own your boat, then you don't necessarily need a trust fund to own a sailing boat or to go cruising. So let's jump over to the computer and I'll show you how I've just saved a few $100s in a few minutes. Our problem is that we need a new alternator. We've got the original, I believe, that's now 33 years old. And it is now, technical term, goosed, so we need a new one. So if you come to marinepartseurope.com, this is a really good website for finding schematics and part numbers, not so much for prices because they use the official Volvo Penta prices, which are not really convenient. So if we go to marine diesel engines, we go over to ours, which is a 2003B, and I know that because there's a little plate on the front of the engine which tells you what it is. Electrical system. So the first one that comes up is alternator. Okay, this one's been replaced, so if you click on there, it takes you to another page. So here we go, this is the replacement alternator, 60 amp alternator. €576.22. Sorry, say again? Yeah, that's not happening. So you just pick up the part number there and you go elsewhere. You go searching them around wherever you want. I ended up going to eBay. And you know, basically what you do is you paste that into the eBay search bar there, and then you start to receive results. Now this is interesting as well. There's a new regulator here. If we go back to the original alternator listing here, they do sell a regulator for this old alternator. Where is it? There we are. €459. So yeah. Whereas with the new alternator that I ended up getting, you know, this is the kind of parts that you can pick up these days on a generic alternator, so the regulator is €29 instead, which is much better. Once you've got these results, you can then start to click through on things, and then when you click on them, you get a whole bunch of part numbers pop up usually. So there you go. So you've got all different part numbers here, and then you can use each of these numbers to go on a different search if you like. If you want to find all the possible options, then you just chase different part numbers. That's what I did just for a few minutes, and then I ended up with one of these. So this is a like-for-like replacement alternator, and it's arrived in good time from Germany. And here she is. It's very nice. It's got the correct pulley on it, so I don't need to swap that out. It's just plug and play, so it should be very, very quick and easy to fit. It even comes with a test report here with the performance curve and everything. So ours, 2,800 RPM, that's about 7 knots for us. That would be 64 amps-ish. So the original alternator, I believe, is a 50 amp alternator, so this is an improvement on that. And as you can see, the price was €88, and then delivery was 18. So yeah, just about €100 for this. So much, much, much better than the original price. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to swap this out. Now also, as we've seen, the regulators for these, you can pick these up very cheaply now. So if you ever have any problems in the future, you can just swap out the regulator, or it might be a diode, but the actual alternators themselves very rarely fail. If I wanted to, I could probably fix the original. But yeah, with the parts being as expensive as they are, I'm not going to bother. Now there will be people out there who think, oh no, I only want original parts in my boat. That's alright, that's okay. But from my perspective, you know, something that comes in a box saying Volvo Penta, it wasn't made by a dude in Sweden, you know, in a special factory. They're made by other companies and they just relabel things. You may find an alternator like this gets shipped over to Volvo Penta, they paint it green, stick a new part number on it, and then you end up paying €500 or something extra for that service. So it's just my opinion, you know, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't necessarily always think that you need to follow the original part things. In fact, I got some oil filters for this as well. They were like €3 each or something. So yeah, this same technique can be used for all different parts, and you can end up saving yourself a lot of money. So I hope you found this useful, and I hope you'll subscribe so you join us in future videos. All right, see you soon. Ciao, ciao.